Hey y'all, Tommy here. Today I'm going to be talking about a no personal guarantee corporate card that is giving up to $5 million in credit, y'all. Yes, you heard that right. $5 million in credit. Okay. The great thing about this is there's no credit check, no personal guarantee. So this is solely based on your business. So if you're someone who has a business or is planning on starting a business, then you definitely won't want to miss this video. So make sure you stay tuned till the end. So the card I have today is called the Brex Corporate Card. Okay. I'm actually have it pulled up here on my phone. I don't know if you can see that. I'll throw a screenshot up so you can see the actual website. But this thing is really great because, again, like I told you, it's no personal guarantee. For those of you guys who have been watching the live streams that I've been doing, I've mentioned that I'm planning on starting I'm basically going to be doing a over the shoulder look at me trying to get business credit without using my social at all. Okay. So I'm planning to not put my social on any type of forms, right? So strictly with the business and the business social, which is the EIN number. Okay. And I started doing research on cards, and I was noticing a lot of credit cards, especially from like bigger companies like Chase, Bank of America, things like that. They don't give you the cards on a new business, right? More than likely what's going to happen is your business has to be either a couple years old, sometimes even like 5-6 years old. And they might even still on top of that want you to put your social and have you as a personal guarantor on that card. Okay. So that's what I love so much about this one. You know, I kept digging deeper and deeper and ended up finding the Brex card. Okay. This is a card that's just now coming out. Actually, the way I'm going to be using this card is there's actually still a wait list. They haven't even released this card yet. Okay. So I'm going to deep dive into more about the card so you guys can understand how it works and how you can benefit the most from it. So the way Brex works is they actually have they offer a cash management account, right? So what this is really just a bank account. The way I like to look at it is I think it's because they're not an actual bank, right? They work with a bank, so they can't specifically say that it's a bank account. But pretty much the way it works is just like a bank account. It comes with an actual cash card. So you're able to use it just like you would any bank account. But because it's for a business, you can actually issue out multiple different cards, and you're able to control the limits on the cards all from their online portal as well as their app. On top of that, they offer obviously what we're all here for is what they call their Brex card, which is basically their credit card that can be basically tied to your actual cash management or bank account. Okay. The reason why they don't have to offer any type of personal guarantee is because since you have that banking portion, right, they can actually see your transactions and your cash flow. So that's what they're going to use to base off of how much they should lend out to you. Now, I do want to say the banking services I found out were provided by a company or a bank called Radius Bank. So they're pretty much going to be covering any type of the banking services when it comes to you being able to use it at ATMs, things like that. Now, one big thing for me is I always want to make sure, especially just having worked in finance, I know to always think to figure out how the company's making money, right? Because I've realized, especially in the finance industry, there's a lot of sneaky ways that people will make money off of you without you knowing, and it actually ends up costing you money. But you know, it's all so hidden and everything's the water's so murky that you don't really understand what's going on until it's too late. Okay, so I wanted to make sure and see how exactly they make money. And again, this isn't an actual bank. They're more of like a fintech company. And what I've realized is they make money by putting your funds in what's called a money market account. Okay, so this is kind of how every brokerage works. If you ever put your money into a brokerage account, so if you're trying to trade stocks, but you leave your money in cash, then they're basically making a little interest off of your money by putting in money market funds, which is really just, you could think of it as like bonds and stuff, right? They're basically loaning out the money to governments and things like that, but it's really safe investments where they're just making a little bit of interest on it. Okay, so it's essentially the same way that banks make money. It's that banks take it a step further and they loan out your money. Either they do everything from home loans, credit cards, things like that, right? These guys specifically use a money market as far as what I was seeing. Okay, and they're really tailored to 3 specific industries, right? It's going to be the life sciences, e-commerce, and tech industries. And for me personally, and I think that this is going to be for a lot of people, you're more than likely going to fit more so in the e-commerce category. Okay, so that's kind of how I was looking at it. From what I found was Tech, first off, is going to earn 2 times the points on any type of reoccurring software. They're going to earn 7 times on any type of rideshare or remote collaboration tools. And there's a bunch of more categories, which I'll put the link in the description, as well as I'll throw some on the screen so you can kind of see how everything's broken up. Now, I don't think a lot of people are going to be going into or using it for the whole life sciences portion of it, but that is available. What I think is going to fit for the majority of people is going to be the e-commerce category. Okay. And so e-commerce right now isn't fully open to the public. Okay. At least for the credit card portion of it. Now, this is really the most exciting part, guys. You can, your credit limits of up to $5 million, right? You can get credit limits of up to $5 million, no interest, no hidden fees. The way they are able to do that is they base it off of your sales. So they're willing to give you 75% of whatever your sales are, as well as they can base it off of your cash balance. So those are kind of the 2 options that they look at. Okay. So I think that's great, especially for someone who, if you have issues in terms of you don't have great credit right now, personal credit. Okay, so they're not even going to look at your personal credit. And if you have a business that's you're continuing to grow, or you're starting a new business, I would say use them as a bank so they can already see your transactions, and they're going to proactively offer you that service, right? Especially if you join the waitlist already, they'll proactively offer you a credit line just by seeing what kind of transactions that you're doing, right? So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to be using them, signing up for them for their banking feature, and we'll be just using them, running all my transactions through them. I'll still keep another bank on the side. I have a credit union I use, but this is going to be where I'm going to be running majority of my transactions, and I'm going to use my credit union more as like a savings account. So they're going to be able to see what kind of sales I'm getting, but they're going to be able to see that I'm keeping a chunk of my cash balance in another account. So they're only going to be able to use really the sales to be able to dictate how much I get on the credit. So again, they offer, you know, no interest, no hidden fees. I see they're kind of talking about you enjoy perks worth up to 150,000. So you can see that they're really trying to target bigger companies with this. That's the idea that they have behind it. But I think this is something that, you know, especially because it's just now starting off, that's something that anyone who's starting a business will be able to benefit from. Okay, so they offer things like $5,000 for Amazon Web Services credit. So that's gonna be more so for people who are trying to do things like programming, more so like maybe the tech, that might fit more for like the tech space. If you're trying to create a program or things like that, that's where that could be really beneficial for you. But they do offer also discounts for things like Google Ads, which is great, and Klaviyo, which is an email marketing software, which is really one of the top email marketing softwares for the e-commerce niche or industry. Okay, so I thought that was extremely great. And I mean, really, it's just a great card to leverage because you're able to build business credit as well, right? So there's no personal guarantee needed, and they're going to be you're going to be able to leverage this to be able to continue to be building your business credit. Okay, so guys, I'll put the links down below for you guys to check out. I'd recommend you go ahead and join the wait list. I'm already jumping on and getting started with the account and everything. So definitely don't miss this opportunity. I think this is going to be one of the bigger cards that's going to come out, especially in terms of business credit cards, because it's kind of following in line with what the other fintechs are doing on the personal credit side, right? You're seeing a lot of personal credit card fintechs are doing, they're no longer doing credit checks. They're basing it off of your bank account, right? What kind of transactions that you're doing in your bank account. This is the same idea, except they're now offering you a bank account that you can use, or a cash management account that you can use. And from there, they're going to be able to decide how much you're going to get in credit. So if you're doing $100,000 or you're able to do $100,000, then they're going to be able to give you $75,000, up to $75,000 in credit available. Okay, so this is definitely something huge that you don't want to miss. Now, I hope that gives you a lot of information. If you have any questions, throw it down in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to check it out. And also let me know with a like if you enjoyed this video, and be sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. Okay, as well as my business credit series that I'm going to be starting pretty soon here in the next few weeks. Alrighty, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you at the next one.